Hey there guys, in this video today I want to talk about the cycles of life and how they apply to you and how you can use them to your advantage. Understanding these cycles of life will give you a new perspective of life itself, to give you a new way of being that will be much easier for you to maneuver through life. So everything in this world is basically on cycles. In a certain way, it's on a cycle. There's many cycles in life. There's day, night, there's light and dark, there's happiness, sadness, a whole cycle of a bunch of different things, life, death. It's all on a cycle of different kinds. There's many different cycles, and this is what's symbolized by the flower of life. If you've seen the flower of life, it's a pattern of circles all together, which make a pattern that look like just a infinite flower, and it's unified by one circle around it. And that unifying circle is the point that I wish to get across with this video. So everything is on a cycle, and nature's path is to keep moving around this cycle. And there's an important part of this cycle that is often disregarded and overlooked. It is that the cycle is one cycle. If you take a look at any cycle, let's just take our emotional cycles of being happy, sad, angry, anything. We aren't always feeling the same thing. We're on a cycle of different emotions. And it may be not a perfect circle, may not be a perfect pattern that we move our emotions through, but essentially it's a cycle. If we identify with each piece of this cycle and we don't see the full picture, this is when we can be trapped in a way and become a victim of our circumstances. Another thing that can happen is that we get so wrapped up in our daily lives where we don't see the full picture. And I'm going to use this whiteboard to explain a simple concept that can explain this whole thing in a very easy to understand manner. So it comes down to the physics of circular motion. The circular motion is the cycle that you're on, and it can be represented by this circle. And this circle is revolving around a specific point. There are two forces involved in circular motion that keep an object in circular motion. The first is the tangential velocity, which is the velocity of the object at a certain point. So right here, this whatever is on this loop, which is you in this context, you're moving that direction, and this is instantaneously where you would be moving if you were not revolving around this point. And that brings me to the other force that is involved and acting upon you in these cycles. And it is the centripetal acceleration, which pulls you towards the central point as you are going around this circle. Now, these two forces are what is pulling you apart in a way. And you may not notice this, but once I explain it to you, you may awaken to what I'm actually talking about if you don't already understand. So this force is always going to be there as long as there is this force. Now, if you can think of this in terms of your life, your thoughts and your emotions, this force is what you are feeling right now. It's what's pulling you through your life at the certain moment. Say you're feeling happy, you're happily flowing through life. That's this force. And this force is keeping you on the loop of going around this circle of emotions. Now, this cycle will always be happening because of the nature of existence, but there is a way that you can shift your mindset to integrate all of it so that you transcend above the cycle, and the cycle becomes you, and you are no longer riding the cycle. If you can take away this force and you're only experiencing this force, it basically makes you enter the central point and you're no longer revolving around it. Once you enter this central point, you realize that everything is how it should be, and you experience this cycle as one central point, and the central point is the cycle, but it also is unmoving because of your mindset. Your mindset has gone from the point on the circle to the entire circle. That is what I mean by you adopting the mindset of the central point of the circle. With this mindset, if you feel upset or sad or angry or any negative emotion, you'll simply observe it from this higher perspective and realize that this anger or this sadness is not really permanent and it isn't really you. It is a part of you, but it is not you. It doesn't define you, because you realize that you are all the emotions and you're simply experiencing this one emotion right now because that is where you are on your adventure, on your journey through life. These cycles are always going, but we can take the perspective of experiencing them as our one life instead of identifying with each little piece of it. So I hope that you can understand what I'm trying to say here, and I hope that you get something from it. If you like the content, if you want more of it, if you want to help spread this message, like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. It'll help me out, and hopefully it can help you out as well.